It's my favorite thing, man. I don't know what it is. It's just, I have no ass. I pull up my pants like a firefighter. I'm just like, oh shit, I broke the mic from that.
Yeah, be careful. It's very temperamental. It's a weird.
Oh,
yeah. We're all sensitive.
Shit, my bad. Still works though. Cool. Fucking A. It's a hot room. I like this room. How you guys doing? North Philly, I heard? North Philly? What part of North Philly?
Broad area.
Broad area?
Downtown area.
Oh, no shit. Okay, hell yeah. I live in Mantua, so it's like, yeah, I used to live in Southwest. That's when I first moved to Philly. I lived in Philly for like 4 years now. Or 5 years. Yeah, and when I first moved, I moved there, I moved right to Southwest, which, I guess it's the hood, and I didn't know that until I got there. It's the first thing I saw when I got off the bus. Yo, for real? Like, I used to live by it was weird because it was like that weird cross street. It was 62nd and Woodman is where I lived. And that neighborhood, I didn't realize how sketchy it was because you see a bunch of African stores for a minute. And I got off the bus and the first thing I saw was a lady cursing out a pigeon. Like she wasn't even on drugs. She was just walking with groceries like, fuck out of the way, bird! And the pigeon was hood as fuck too. He was like, like flapping and shit. Oh man, no, I like where I live now. I live in Mantua, and I like my neighborhood. Like it's not so hood where I feel uncomfortable walking around, but it's definitely hood enough where all the hipster white kids do. Like that fucking feels good. You know what I mean? Like nothing holds back gentrification like a black dude with dreadlocks, shoulder bumping a white dude with dreadlocks. Like, knock him off his fucking skateboard or whatever. Like fuck out the way, Cody. Oh man, I like Philly, man. Like you know what it is? Philly's a weird place because they like you still got like East Coast meanness there, but it's in such a like nice, friendly way. Like it's like tough but nice. Like I got mugged the other day, but the dude let me keep my ID. Like that's nice. You know what I mean? Like I've never had that before. He had a 38 in my face. Like, give me your wallet. I'm like, can I keep my ID? He's like, yeah, of course. It really is a city of brotherly love. You know? They fucking go birds. What do you guys think of, like, dude, this is nice though, like, you know, I haven't been to a medical marijuana place in Jersey yet. I love that it's across the street from the police station. That's my favorite fucking thing. It's just like, this must have been the shit, like, just the first week it opened. It was just like, hey, cop. Like, just right in their face. That must have been the shit. That's how I know COVID's over, because people were just smoking together, like, they don't even, like, I don't know. There's a minute, like, there was a minute where I either quit smoking or everybody rolled their own individual joint. You know what I mean? Like, now we're back. I like it. Fuck COVID. I know we're back in Philly because the other day I saw a guy getting blown in an alley. Yeah, fucking go birds. That's what I said when I saw it. I was drunk as shit. I was like, fucking go birds! But in the back of my mind, I was like, nobody blows me in an alley. Like, oh, rats. I'm fucking dumb. So yeah, I have a girlfriend, which is nice. I got a white girlfriend. That's different for me. I'm a Latino dude. I hardly ever date white. Like, date a lot of mix with white, but very rarely a fucking pure white. You know what I mean? Like it's pleasant. It's different. She's changing me, which is like, but it's not in ways that like really hurt me. Like I'm on time for shit. You know what I mean? Like I was on time here. Like this was sick. Like I have an affinity for the Great British Baking Show now. You ever seen that? Fucking Bake Off and Cuddles is my shit. Yeah. Fuck are they making this week? Scones? Make some tea. We're fucking chilling down here. That's dumb. Some things suck. Like I can't steal around her because she'll tell. That fucking sucks. I don't know. Like I tried to pocket a candy bar in CVS. She was like, Dorian Vasquez! Put her fucking hands on her hips. She was my government name too. She was like, Dorian Vasquez! Walking out like kids shit around me. I like to steal. I don't know. I steal a fuck ton of groceries. That's the best. Dude, that I save so much money stealing groceries. I don't know if y'all fucks with stealing, but groceries?
I'm freaking out.
Fucking A, dude. You know you don't have to pay for eggs. You don't have to pay for eggs. You could crack them into a Ziploc and hide it in your pocket. Rip the Ziploc out of a box too. You know what I mean? Like this fucking meat, manager meat. You ever see manager meat? You ever see when you ever go to the grocery store, they got the manager meat section? That's when they mark down the meat that's been there just a little too long. Dude, I walked out of Acme with 2 hams under my arm. Like, you're throwing it out tomorrow, dickhead. Like, just let me have it. You know what I mean? Why not steal? I don't know. I don't get it. It's like if it has an expiration date, it's fucking free. Like that's my rule of thumb now. Like it just. Yeah, I shouldn't have to pay for anything that's gonna go bad. You know what I mean? Like that's fucking. It's dumb. Gas station bananas. I'll steal the fuck out of a gas station banana. Put it in my oatmeal. You know they throw them out when they get the little freckles on them. You know when they get the little brown spots. They throw them out when they get. That's when it's good. Fucking make some bread. I don't know, man.
The brown.
See, I don't know, man. I'm 31. I'm gonna be 32 in January, and as I got older, and like, I mean, I'm not old. I'm still young, but as I'm getting a little older, like, I'm starting to find myself like, oh damn, I gotta get my shit together. I'm a little bit more frugal with my money. You know what I mean? Like, all my clothes is from the thrift store. You know, I buy like one pair of shoes for the year. The other day, I bought a used gun. Like, I made it so much easier to steal groceries. You know? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't even go in the store now. I just wait in the parking lot. Just fucking run them Chewy bars. Oh, man. I don't have it on. You guys relax. I'm in Jersey. Fucking come correct when you come to Jersey. Oh, man. Let's see. Right? What do you guys want to talk about, huh?
Weed, brother.
Weed? I'll tell you, man. Like this is nice because I don't smoke a lot of weed now. Like, as a paranoia. Yo, facts. I had a buddy tell me, yo, you need to go down to Weedman's, man. It'll chill you out. That's a cool spot. I didn't know it was an actual weed place. I was like, oh, that's a cool name for a fucking comedy show. Come here, it's like, oh, it's an actual. Oh, there's drugs. Sick. I don't really smoke that much weed. The paranoia is too much for me. The other day, the last time I smoked a joint, I thought my house was haunted. It just turned out the radio was on. Like, fuck me up. Like, I'm just sitting in the dark. I hear a voice out of the corner. I'm just like, fuck, mom was right. They exist. Is that anything you can learn about my mom tonight? She's very religious and she's also real superficial. Like, she hated the movie The Passion of the Christ because she didn't think Jim Caviezel was handsome enough to play Jesus. You know? All right, that's dumb. Well, we'll stay away from the religious shit. I'm trying to think, like, damn, man, I lost my train of thought. I'm contact high as a motherfucker right now. You ever just ramble so you can just keep a thought in your head? I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going to go to my book. I'm going to see if I got anything else for you. Let's see. You guys, I was in Houston recently. I was down there. I'm a stagehand. I'm in the stagehand union, and I was in Houston building Astro. Yeah, I don't know, you guys heard of Astro World, right? Yeah, no, I was down there. I helped build the actual thing. I helped build the lighting on the stage and whatnot. And, I feel bad, man. Like, every selfie I took turned out to just be evidence. I deleted so much shit off my phone fast. Like, look, and here's the thing. Like, I think it's a tragedy, like, what happened to those kids. But at the same time, like, how nice is it to be this far past COVID that we're reporting, like, any other kind of death? Right? It's like, dude, I'm sorry they died, but fuck, nobody got sick. That's fucking great. Was that the line? Was that the line? All right. Let's see. I don't know, man. Like, I'm all for, like, you know what it is? Like, when there's at least a little bit of tragedy in something, I think when the product comes out, it's a little bit better. You know what I mean? All right, so The Dark Knight and The Crow and all these, like, really cool-ass movies had somebody die on set. You know what I mean? That recent thing with Alec Baldwin happened, I don't know if that movie's gonna be good, but whenever I hear someone died on set, I think somebody's, this movie better be fucking fine. Like, don't let them die for nothing.
She got shot.
Yeah, the chick who got shot. Who's the other? Like, what's another tragedy that happened? 6ix9ine. He's a fucking snitch. When he came out, he put out 2 songs since he came out, and both of them were fucking fire. Like, I don't know. That's probably a weird take. I'm not even a fan of his, but like, that means a manager sat him down and said every song needs to be good. Like, that's some serious shit. Like, that's pressure. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, bro? Alright, let me try to bring this back. I ruined it with all that. It's nice to be, like, this is nice. I haven't done a show outside in a while. Like, last show I did outside was in the woods, which fucking sucks. Like, I don't know if you guys ever been to the woods? Fucking bugs exist. They fucking stink. Like, I hate doing shows in the woods, but the last time I was in the woods prior to that, I got kicked out of a nature walk because my 4-year-old nephew called another 4-year-old kid a cockbag. I don't know what that means. Fucking dick ring that was blessed by a rabbi. I don't know. It's fucking the weed hitting? I mean, stupid. Now I love my brother's kids. I'm what you would call a cool uncle, which is a nice way of saying I'm unemployed. They live in Ohio, right? And I go back to see them every now and again, and I always do like cool uncle shit with them, which is being free. You know, I won't take them to the zoo, but let's go to the fucking pet store in the good neighborhood. They got a turtle. They got the tortoise or whatever. Anyway, my nephew, he loves nature, and I remember I took him to this nature walk, and I don't know if you've ever been to a nature walk, at least the ones in the Midwest, they're beautiful because they basically just carved like a little trail out of the woods, and it led down to like this little stream of water. These little kids, they run in there picking up, rocks and critters and all that, and there's a bunch of kids in there. There's a little girl right next to him, some little, white trash kid. She picks up a crayfish, the little lobster things. She holds it up to her dad, and I swear to God, she sounds just like this. She goes, "Daddy, look!" She had a deep ass voice. Sound like she, kid's been eating skull from the womb, She's like, "Daddy, look! I found a turtle!" Which, like, it's not a turtle, but, she's only 4. She's allowed to be a fucking idiot. Like, she'll rule the country someday, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, my nephew, he hears this, and he's trying to correct her. He's like, that's not a turtle, that's a crayfish. But in her mind, it was a crayfish. She turns to him, she starts arguing, like, "No, it's a turtle!" Like, it was like, just in his face. I don't know if you ever seen two little kids, like, get mad at each other, but they always look like they're gonna power up. You ever see that? You ever see it? They're always fucking doing all this shit, like... Yeah, no, I saw that shit in Target the other day. I was in Target, I was stealing, and, I saw this little kid. He couldn't get, like, a little Fortnite toy or whatever, right? The little gun thing. And, he got so pissed at his mom saying no, he started screaming in his own mouth. It's like... She was just like, "No," and he was like, like she was doing one of these, like just fucking, looked like he was gonna take off as he was doing it. It's fucking stupid. Anyway, that was the face my nephew was making, not with the noise, but like, he was making that face as he's trying to explain to this kid, like, that's not a fucking turtle, and she pokes him in his chest. She goes, "It's a turtle, and you're a potato," which is fucking fighting words to a 4-year-old, apparently. I just see my nephew's eyes go red because he just turns around and he's just like, "Well, you're a cockbagel!" Like right there in the middle of the woods. There was an echo, there was an echo because you're in the fucking wilderness. It was like, "Cockbagel, bagel, bagel!" Like crows flew out of the trees. Like, I'm a comedian. I bombed a lot on stage, but I've never seen a bomb handled better than like a 4-year-old Hispanic kid in the middle of the woods of Ohio screaming "cockbagel" at a Trump white. Like, it was weird. Like, everybody's staring at him. They don't know what to think. He scans the room and he just goes, "Smoke weed every day," and gives them the Xbox. Then he ran into the woods. I've never seen him since. Yeah. So you guys like porn? Y'all fucks with porno? I'll end on this one. It's a quick one. Let's see. What's your favorite porn? What's your favorite, like, genre? You got a favorite genre? Anybody got a favorite genre of porn? Favorite genre?
I didn't even watch it.
You don't even watch it? Nah, go ahead. Like, I don't know.
Gangbangs.
Gangbangs? Okay, shit. Yeah. I don't know. As I've established at the beginning of this set, I like them thick. The older I got, the thicker my porn got. You know what I mean? Like, that's one thing I like. My favorite genre of porn is short, skinny dudes that bang tall, curvy ladies. That's, Amazon porn, it's fucking good. Yeah. I don't even get off to it. I'm just 5'4". I'm happy to see us win. I need a fucking hero in my life. You know what I mean? Just seeing these fucking kings out here just laying pipe does my heart good. I watch short guy porn the way old white men watch the end of Rudy. Like, I start clapping. I used to love office porn when I was a kid. Y'all folks in office porn, you know? Yeah, you've all seen an office porn, right? Yeah, I know. The boss walks in, he goes up to the chick, he's like, "You're fired." She's like, "Yeah, hold on." Fucking, saves her job. I remember being 14 being like, "I can't wait to work in an office." Yeah, now I'm 31, I've worked in an office, I'm just like, yeah, she's still not qualified. Yeah, that's good. Shit, I don't know. I think I should get out of here. Alright, thank you guys.
Dorian Vasquez, everybody! Woo! We talked about school shootings a little bit. I had a very high moment in the Hall of Fame of high moments ever. Just like blazed as fuck at a comedy show one time, like right after the Parkland shootings, and there was just a guy on stage who just decided to be serious that day, right before my set. And he was just like, "Excuse me, Mr. Congressman! Excuse me, Mr. Congressman! You need to act now! You need to act now! The children's blood is on your hands!" As if like the congressman is in the crowd of this bar that he was yelling at. It was very bizarre and very hard to do comedy after. But now we're 4 years later and it's a little calmed down because of COVID. Are you guys ready for your next comic? Are you guys ready for your next comic? All right, okay. I know we're stoners, it's all good. Give it up for Esme Forr! Yeah!
Alright, that's good. Okay. Good. Alright, guys, thank you so much for coming out. Guys, can we give it up one more time for Jordan? And for this joint! Ah, yeah! Guys, I am like the opposite of all of you. I am like the opposite of a stoner. I am like the most hyperactive person out there. I literally have enough energy to walk up and down Manhattan and I still want stuff to do. Ah, yeah. You look like you were checking me out earlier, were you? Because obviously my ass is getting fatter than oy vey. And you look like you're tired and like she's your girlfriend and she dragged you here. No, you look like you'd rather be at jury duty than here at this show. And there is something about you. You really remind me of like the tough girl in like the movie Save the Last Dance, and you're like all out there. You remind me of this girl I once met at a nightclub because I was in like the bathroom and they had candy in the bathroom. And I thought the candy was free because it was just there. And she slapped my hand and she's like, "Bitch, you gotta pay for that candy." And there's something about you. You seem like that girl that would slap my hand. Oh my gosh. And what about you? I don't know what to say about you. You seem like you are really intensely focused on that eating. Yeah. So guys, I have been contact high before, like someone mentioned, and it is the best thing. The best thing about being contact high is it helps you get over any kind of social anxiety you may have. Yeah. And the unfortunate thing about it, or fortunate, was I'm always scared to like let men know that I like them. And then when I got contact high, I went a little overboard and I not only told this guy I like him, but I offered up my Asian friend for a threesome. Alright, so nobody's into that.
Shit.
And I was almost late here and I almost ran out of gas going here. And alright, that's right, it's terrible if you run out of gas.
Yeah.
And running out of gas, though, the only good thing about it is it's the best way to see if you're still hot or not. Because if guys help you out, obviously you're still kind of hot.
Yeah.
And if not, obviously then you can just kill yourself and realize your days are over. Yeah. And maybe I am getting a little bit high now. I don't know. No, maybe not. Where are we going with this? Anybody out here hate your lives? Anybody here hate your lives? No?
No.
Wow, you say that with such like certainty.
Yes. I love my life.
You love your life. What's so great about your life? What's so great about your life?
Everything.
Everything? That's awesome. I need to be on whatever you're on.
Yes.
Listening to
Like, whenever your life is bad, you can just like invent a fake life. Like, I can't afford to go on vacation, but Facebook doesn't know that, and they'll certainly let me check into the Blue Moon Resort in Bali. Yeah. You're the best. And like, I'm under a lot of pressure at my age to have a child, and I may not have a child, but I could certainly invent a fake kid with Facebook. But the problem with it was that I'm so neurotic that I made my fake kid have ADD. Yeah. See, you're finally starting to get it. You're finally starting to get it all. And like, even if you don't have a boyfriend, you can certainly get another Facebook account and give yourself a fake boyfriend. But my standards are like so high that even what my fake boyfriend wrote to me wasn't enough. And like, I'm so low self-confidence in myself that I made my fake boyfriend break up with me. So as you can tell, guys, I'm just not in a happy place. I'm like a typical type A neurotic kind of person. And yeah, I'm not really like happy about, where I went to school, where I went to college. So I just made up going to schools and I pretended I went to the University of Pennsylvania. But then the problem is you have to think like, well, what goes on there, what are dorms like, what are the classes like. So I researched the school just so people would, I'd know what to say and it came up in conversation. While other people research the school because they want to get in there. And then though, I'm just like too much of a do-gooder and somebody asked me about it, they're like, well, I went to Penn, what was Penn like? And then I just told them that I made it up to mess with people. Because apparently I can't lie.
I got apple juice.
You look really disturbed, you look tired, I don't know what you are. What? None of the above, or you're just at peace? Or what? You chilling? Let me know what that's like. Because I really don't know what that's like at all.
You got some great.
What? Are you guys all high right now?
Great.
I get high. I get high. I get high. Alright, so the closest I've gotten is that I bought brownies from somebody and they're like, I'm selling all these brownies. And I felt bad for him because I think his job was lost due to COVID. So I was like, okay, I can buy some brownies from you. And they were like expensive. They were like $60. I'm like, $60 for a box of brownies? I can make my own brownies and spend like $10. So they were $60. And then when he brings it over, it's a square that's this big. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is a total rip-off. Like $60 for that. And then it turned out they were obviously pop brownies. They were pop brownies, but I didn't know what was going on when, like, he posted he was selling brownies. Somehow I missed that. And so I almost had his pop brownies. You look like you shop a lot. You shop a lot? Yes. Does it feel better? Like, do you feel better when you go shopping? A little bit. A little bit, right? You feel better if the clothes look nice and sexy on you. Like, that's how I feel better. Like, if some guy blows me off, I feel good if I try on some jeans and I can squeeze into that size 0. I'm like, yeah, damn. But then, like, one time this guy, like, he told me he doesn't want anything serious, and I'm crushed. And then I tried on these jeans, and they just wouldn't zip. And I was like, fuck life. I wasn't about the guy, more about the jeans. Because, like, there's always another guy, but you only have one sexy ass. And, like, I always like to try on clothes I really can't afford, honestly. And, like, that's kind of like flirting with a married guy.
Yeah.
Except I can take the married guy home with me.
It's the Mary Gospel.
Where, what?
I said it was the Mary Gospel.
You have a married guy also? No. Why not? No. I mean, like, it's really hard to, like, you know, get guys to commit to anything. They always have a girl here, a girl there, right? And, like, then I discovered that, like, I don't have to flash my incredible boobs at a guy. I've just got to flash my health benefits card. And, like, I gotta find a guy. I can't have a guy that's, like, handicapped or he's, like, in the hospital or something like that. I just need a guy that has a few problems. Like, maybe a guy with asthma, a guy with a limp, something like that. Right? And, or a guy that, like, maybe needs a green card.
From another state.
What?
They're from another state.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Are you guys sick of COVID? You're vaccinated? Thank God. So, like, I'm really sick of COVID. And one of the things is my mother went crazy over COVID, trying to protect herself. And she had a tenant at the time. And so she put a wall up, like, in her house, so she would be separated from the tenant. And I said, Mom, even though you're separated from Vicky, you just exposed yourself to 3 construction workers. And when I visited her, I would have to go out of the house and back into the house to do my laundry, so I didn't go into her half of the house. And I was like, is this really worth the free laundry? And she even took it further where she said I have to put my mask on in between sips of my coffee. And then I just told her, I was like, you know, Mom, I was exposed to COVID 14 different times. And I don't think she believed me. Because anyway, and then I told her I jumped into a mosh pit. But good news, bad news is she doesn't even really know what a mosh pit is. So my sister got COVID, actually, like, the other day. My sister tested positive for COVID despite being vaccinated. And my mom was like, you know, Esther, don't tell everyone on Facebook. I said, Mom, my friends barely care about my life. I doubt they care about my sister. Yeah. Wow, this is so much of a release from real life. And yeah, my mom was with them and she never got COVID. So, like, turns out all that neurosis and all that money spent on the wall was for naught. Because I guess we were never going to get it. So you're vaccinated? Everybody is vaccinated or no?
I appreciate it.
Any anti-vaxxers here?
You ever down that way, man?
No, good. Like, there's a person I know, and he's an anti-vaxxer, and he says that the vaccine is, like, racially targeted, and that it's out to kill minorities. And I was like, really? Like, how could that be? Like, what's going to happen when you go to the vaccine site? They're going to be like, wait a minute, which jar is the killer jar? Which one is the non-killer one? Which one am I giving you? Like, doesn't make any sense. And now you look very concerned. But looks like nobody has died of the vaccine. So, that's good. And the vaccine, I don't know. It felt a little bit like a rite of passage. I got mine really early on. And whenever I would talk to people about it and got it, it felt like when we were in high school and we were exchanging stories about losing our virginity. All of you are virgins. No, everybody's just high. Wait, is there like weed in the food as well? Or not? Some of the food there is weed in, it's edibles or whatever. Is it? Yeah! That's what I need to eat for lunch all the time. Are you two, you guys look like you're having fun or not? Are you guys a couple? Wow.
1 year.
What?
1 year.
What's making it work?
Wow.
Wow. Weed, yeah.
Weed. Is weed making it work?
And love, of course.
What?
And a lot of love, of course.
And a lot of love?
Yeah.
But that's probably from the weed. Because then nothing's ever a problem anymore. It's okay.
That's probably a good
It's
question.
okay. What?
That's probably a good question.
But it's a year and it's in COVID. Oh no. And how did you guys meet?
Go ahead.
Oh my god, that's so hard to explain. We were like 5.
You were like 5 and then you're long lost and then he sent the letter in a bottle and then you decided to come and meet him.
Yeah, I don't know, just
You were like 5 and then you just, it hit you like 20 years later that maybe you liked each other.
Yeah.
Interesting. I think that probably you guys are going to be the best off of anybody out there because you've known each other since you were 5. So like, you know everything there is to know about each other.
No.
So like, you know exactly what you're getting into.
Not so sure.
What?
We don't know everything about each other. We
But you
learn
know
every day.
mostly everything about each other. You know like the negative traits of each other and all the neuroses and all the quirks. But you know most of it. And like, where are you guys from?
From Brazil.
Brazil.
You're both from Brazil.
Yeah.
I thought you were from Sweden for some reason.
Wow, that's
That's a
different.
first.
Or maybe I thought like Holland or something like that. I did not think you were both from Brazil. And like, you grew up in Brazil, you grew up here or what?
In Brazil.
Brazil.
Yeah.
So was it that you guys were like scared of everything going on and you were like comforting each other? Yeah.
Maybe.
Baby?
Yeah.
But you guys immigrated here so you can't use each other for green cards then.
No, we're not immigrated. We are 1 year vacation celebrating 1 year. We're
You're
from
here on a
Brazil.
vacation.
We live in Brazil, yeah.
Oh wow.
But you're here on a vacation visa.
We are.
Yeah.
And they let... Well, then that really shows that COVID's coming to an end if they let people in.
Yeah, that's true. They allowed like people to come since November 9th, I think.
November 9th, they let you guys in.
Yeah.
But wait, you guys said you were together for a year. So what, you figured like, since we're a couple, we might as well go to a foreign country?
So our
Or
first
because
chance.
we were both going to the U.S. we
First
figured,
and
like-
last chance. First and last chance to travel, so we took it.
But you figured since we're both going to the same country, we might as well be a couple?
No! You're very confusing.
Or you've been together longer than a year?
We've been together for a year and we decided to come to New York for our first anniversary.
And in New York, we discovered like this place, and this is better than New York, so you should come.
But this is interesting. I was gonna say, I guess I don't see anybody like choosing their vacation spot as like Trenton, New Jersey, and being like.
No, yeah. we are actually in New York, but you know we found out about this place.
You found out about the weed place, and you figured it was worth the trip.
Oh, it's totally worth it.
It's totally worth it. Interesting. What about you, man? What's your story? He's like, nobody ever asked me any questions.
I'm just talking good looking.
You're just tall and good looking.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of hits on your dating profile then?
My dating profile?
Yeah. Or you're married.
No.
Or you're just so good looking you don't need a dating profile. Women just walk right past you and be like, hey man, you gonna take me home.
That's happened before.
That has happened. And then you take the person home.
Both of them, yeah.
You took them both home at once.
Yes.
It was a threesome or one at a time?
I took them one at a time because they had to pay me separately.
They paid
They had to
you.
pay me separately.
I see. Would they get a discount if they were both going at once?
No, I don't get discounts. I don't give this good stuff out for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like an escort or a prostitute or...
I would say that I'm an independent contractor.
You know, because the funny thing is that I used to be good friends with the stripper, and when people asked her what her job was, she had a similar answer. And she's like, well, I am independent. But you could tell that she was a stripper.
Can you tell I'm an independent contractor?
Well, yes.
Okay.
I could tell by your air of confidence. Interesting. Is anybody else a comic here or no? I don't think so. What about you guys? You're not as good looking as he is, or what?
Obviously.
Are you guys his pimp?
Excuse me.
Or his lawyer?
Lawyer. God damn. No lawyer.
You're like, wait a minute, I can't take on a job that's that responsible.
Partially the reason.
What?
I said that could partially be the reason.
That you can't be that responsible, right? Interesting. So you're just here, you randomly walked in, and now you're ambushed by a comedy show.
I'm being honest with you, I'm barely comprehending what you're saying. More than 2 sentences you won't put together, that's on you. I'm not
So I could be saying almost anything, and you're like, yes, okay. See, it would be much better if the people I dealt with in my real life were like that. Where I didn't have to convince them of anything. That would be great. Interesting. And what about you with the beads? Are you like in a band? Do the beads symbolize something or what?
Afrocentric.
What?
He's Afrocentric.
Chill.
Well, you knew that word, but you...
My name is Lamont. How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm just chilling with them. They drag me along with them.
They drag.
They let me hang, so I said,
I'm pretty sure almost everybody who's here was dragged along.
they let me hang with them, so I'm like, okay, yes. And then that's why I'm here.
So what, you just feel privileged that they'll let you hang with them?
Yes.
Interesting. But why? Like, do you not have many friends? Or they're that cool?
Yeah, they're cool. I got a lot of friends, but they're cool. You want to hang with the cool crew.
That's true.
Nice.
That's true.
Oh, shit.
I never was one of the cool kids, so I really don't know much about that.
You hanging with them now.
What?
You hanging with them now.
That's true.
I'm with the cool crew.
That's true. Wow. Interesting. Jordan, you contrast to all these people so much. It does remind me of like Save the Last Dance when she goes to the school and she's totally different from everybody at the school. And you're all from like Trenton, Philadelphia, or where?
Willingboro.
What?
Willingboro.
That's somewhere in Jersey.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Exit 45. About 295.
Interesting. I think I must have stopped there one time when I was lost or really tired. Interesting. Alright, what else was I going to talk about, guys? I honestly don't know how much I have left in me. Which is odd because I usually don't run out of things to say and I just talk all the time. Anybody have horrible relationships? Anybody out here? Or is everybody jolly? You're engaged. Awesome. How long have you been engaged for? Are you planning on it? So he proposed to you on New Year's. That was like, so that was like a let's get these New Year's resolutions out of the way kind of thing. He loves you. Interesting. How did you meet him?
Não, 14 sexos consegue.
For a long time.
Pelo menos uns 5 vezes, inclusive.
So you're still in that, wait, so you've known him for a long time and you're still in that blissful phase of he loves you. You know he loves you, how? That's true, if he hasn't killed you yet, it's gonna probably last. Interesting. Because like I have this guy and he criticized me like all the time and he says he doesn't like my clothes and my hair and my voice and basically anything about me.
Yeah, I don't know those kind of things.
Ah, yeah. So now I tried to like mix him up with my friends because I believe in joint suffering. Except all of them said no. And then I feel stupid because I feel like they apparently have a sixth sense that I don't have.
What did you know?
And
Você viu?
yeah, he talked about the Indian guy. So like I dated like an Indian guy and he was very formal when he talked to me. And he was like, when we were having sex, he goes, "Can I interview?" And then he's like, "Usually when I am unclothed, I have sex." And then he's like, "Does my belly bother you?" And I was like, "No, that's not what bothers me. What bothers me is that your dick is the size of a tampon." And now he's dating my best friend. Just kidding, he's married. Well, now you guys get silent. Is the light coming? Ah, yeah. And so guys, did you ever think about it? Why do we need an appointment with the psychic? Like, shouldn't she know we're coming? Guys, thank you so much. You did real.
Esme Forr, everybody! Woo! Wow, that was a lot. What is weed like in Brazil?
Excellent if you play it, terrible if you buy it. Like
Yeah.
it's that block, like terrible.
Wait, no, I don't know what that means. What the fuck does the block mean?
Like
you have to tell me.
I heard, like I know that some people in California know it, like because it comes from Mexico or something, but it comes in a brick, like.
Oh, so you guys are getting the same weed we get, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, it comes from Paraguay. It's terrible quality, but you must honor it because it's what we have. So
Dirt weed,
it's
you're talking about. Dirt weed.
Yeah, but and if we plant it, it's good. But we must plant it like it's even more difficult than here. So it's consequence of the war on drugs, but still, At least the people accept it. Not the government, the people like on the beaches and parks. It's okay. No, not that one. Like, you know.
That's awesome. Yeah, weed is really amazing.
It is.
Damn it, my water's all the way over there. I'm gonna have to tough it out. This is gonna be fun. You can't die from weed, but you could definitely like hibernate. You know, have you guys ever hibernated from weed? Like, have you ever seen somebody who's like fallen asleep for over 24 hours? Thank you so much. Yeah, no, I accidentally almost killed my ex, like, with weed. I was just like, yeah, let's just have these random girls' coffee cake edibles. What could go wrong? And then, like, I'm like at 2 p.m., like, hey, you want to like get food? So yeah, no, it was very funny to see Esther like in the ultimate hot box. There is not good enough ventilation in here for the weed to go away. She's basically like doing one of those like volcano vaporizer things. That's how I can tell you're bougie, if you know what I'm talking about. Nah, I guess nobody knows about them. I don't have one either. I've just like seen people. I've seen it happen before. Wow, guys, do you guys like edibles, or you guys are more smoking people? Diversify your assets. Yeah, no, I like that. You can't have all your eggs in one basket. You know, you have to win the Triple Crown. You know, you gotta smoke it, you gotta eat it, and you gotta rub the lotion on it. You know, everybody has to get that weed lotion. Yeah, that's how you know you're really with a weed, if you're like rubbing it on your skin. You know, all of my clothing is made out of weed, and I only ate hemp seeds today. It's part of the stipulation in working this job. I'm only allowed to eat, sleep. I also had a weed drink as well. There's really nothing I can't weed. Apparently, you can make a car out of weed, so they can like pull you over in weed because you smell like weed. Yeah, apparently hemp is the magic fiber. You know, the magic fiber sounds like it makes you shit though. Maybe that's not the right thing. All right, water break. Your musical guest, the chair. I took a music class in high school one time, and the teacher was like, music is a combination of sounds and silences. So this is music right now. I like to think of it as like a long jazz set. Like we're all a little high. It just goes. It's gonna go on for 7 hours. If you guys never leave, then I never leave. No, I don't know. It was really nice of you guys to come out. We're here every first, second, and third hump day of the month. Late Night Hump comedy. You can check us out on the internet. Yeah, wow. Hashtag blessed. Yeah, no, I'm just very blessed to be here. You guys are all. I'm trying to give you guys like enough time to smoke before I start the next joke. That was the stall moment right there. Yeah, something I do for the people at home, because we live stream this. That's why it's good that we didn't use any social security numbers tonight. One show I actually helped people steal my identity. Yeah, no, it was terrible. Like I had to call the credit card companies and be like, no, it was a bid. Like, don't. Give me the money back. I didn't actually do all that. No, that was everybody else who was at the comedy show who I gave my social security number and gave them a photocopy of my credit card. You guys should have been at that show. That was a really fun show when I gave everybody my credit card number. I don't know what I'll give you guys tonight. I don't know. Have they given you guys weed yet? Pre-rolls? Did they give it? No. Sometimes they do that. I don't know. We'll see if it happens later. Wow. Do you guys like rock climbing? I was trying to go rock climbing the other day, and all I had was pebbles. I saw a KFC connected to a Taco Bell, which was really good, because I knew I wanted Southern food. I just didn't know how South. If you quote a Bible verse, can you please say spoiler alert? I still haven't read it. I like to play kill one, fuck one, marry one, with 2 already dead options, because then shit gets real. Do you guys like, what do you guys like to do when you're not smoking weed? Or when you are smoking weed? The better question. When you are smoking, or when you're not smoking, what are your top pastimes? It's okay. It's okay. What? Yeah. Yeah. No, I definitely curse my boys out too. That's
I have one thing that I like to do when I smoke something that is uplifting.
Yeah.
I turn the music on, like the stereo and the TV, and I go do something else, like all at once. It's very. I know it's safe, so I know I'm safe at home, so I can do all of it and be like overwhelmed by stimulants. So very nice.
Yeah, no, that's real. I feel like weed is the only thing that allows me to multitask.
Yeah.
Like when I'm smoking weed, I'm doing literally like 35 things at once. Like I'm checking my email while I'm on Twitter, and I'm exporting a video while I'm writing a joke down, and then I'm also arguing with my girlfriend about what we're gonna have for dinner while I'm looking in the fridge, trying to figure out what's for dinner, but my roommate is also asking me to come over and smoke weed, and I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, I totally smoked weed 5 minutes ago, but I'll smoke weed one more time. That's what the weed is for, to be smoked. If it doesn't get smoked by me, like, what's gonna happen to it? So you smoke the weed again, and then you look at the TV, and then it's like a music video, but the sound's not playing, so you don't even know what music it is. And you're just like, hell yeah, like, I like the visuals, man. I don't really fuck with the music, but I know that there's a rhythm going on right now. And then all of a sudden you like look at your Christmas tree, but you're like, we're in a house of Jews. Why do we have a Christmas tree here? And you're like, Christmas is just capitalism. Like, if you're just in the system, you gotta play. It doesn't matter if you're Muslim, like Buddhist. Like, you gotta do a little Christmas tree and just like put it in the stocking. And then you stick your hand in the stocking and you realize that somebody left gum in there. And then your hand is like stuck in the stocking, and you're trying to get it off. But then people are just like, oh, that must be a really good gift. And you're just like, no, it's not a fucking good gift. It's just gum. And my hand is stuck in the stocking. And then you try to like get it off on the Christmas tree. But then you like ruin all your childhood ornaments. And then like your family hates you because you just like ruined the gift that they gave you for the last 10 years. All because the roommate who hated you just like put gum in the stocking before she left. And then now you're like taking a jog to like get out your feelings, and you could do that because you're on weed. You're not really a runner, but weed makes you think you're a runner, And then like once you get to a certain point, you see like the mushrooms on the side of the road, and you're like, those mushrooms are very familiar. You smell them, and you're like, I've definitely eaten those mushrooms before. And you're like, are they the normal mushrooms, or are they the psychedelic mushrooms? So then you take a little bite. And then you find out they're the normal mushrooms, but then that reminds you that you have psychedelic mushrooms in your freezer. So then you eat the psychedelic mushrooms, and you have the greatest day ever because the mushrooms were what you needed. You needed a trip. You needed a long trip, a very long vacation, and you got it from the mushrooms. It made 3 hours feel like 7 hours, and it was like a full day of mental work. And you were just like, wow, I was just like trying to figure out what I was having for dinner. But now I'm in this mushrooms trip, and I'm never gonna have dinner. Because once you're on mushrooms, you're just like, maybe I'll order food. Yeah, maybe, what? Yeah, the mushroom man says I can eat now. Like, you're just at the mercy of the mushroom man, you know? And it's funny, like, while you're on the mushroom trip, like, you just see random characters of your life, and you're like, hey, guys, like, what's up? And they're like, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, good, unless we go into Bizarro World again. Like, you never want to go into Bizarro World, because that gets dark. You're just like, oh, I see how the world can look. And then you're just like, I don't want that reality. you're like outside of a Walmart, and you're just like, that is not what I'm seeing trucks go by, and there's too many trucks, and you're like, why? Why are there so many trucks on the road? Isn't that contributing to fossil fuels? Can't they just make the stuff next door so that they don't have all these trucks on the road? Why do we have all these trucks bringing stuff from overseas? Why don't we just make it right here like little crafty guys? I actually got this from a friend who made it, and you realize, wow, like that's how the mushrooms bring you together, because you look at a psychedelic sweatshirt and you're like, I should have taken mushrooms today. So then you take mushrooms again as your mushrooms are wearing off, but you're like, these will be mellow because I took mushrooms yesterday. But then once you're deep into the second day of tripping, you're like, now it's a festival. It's the Mushroom Festival, and you're there forever. No, but it's not forever. It's just for like 4 or 5 hours. It's a little bit less than the first time around. What's the longest you guys have done psychedelic drugs in a row?
You got some?
Yeah, man. It was pretty funny. Like, I had a mushrooms trip that was so bad, but the one thing that I did learn from that really bad mushrooms trip was like that I was supposed to be a comedian, because the mushroom trip was just like, you're gonna get stuck in here. Like, how funny is that, funny man? Like, you ready for this? Like, you're gonna be in mushroom land for the rest of your life. And I was like, wow, man, don't do that to me, mushroom land. But then I've been pretty good with mushrooms ever since then, except the one time I had a friend who he was like, hey, did you know about the mushroom guy who did yada-da-da? And it's like, no, I don't want to know about the mushroom guy who did anything unless you're talking about the mushroom guy who, like, found his purpose in life. Then you can talk about that mushroom guy while I'm on mushrooms. Woo! Man, that was a good burst of energy. Isn't weed amazing? That was like a sativa spark. Wonderful, wonderful spark. Well, this has been Late Night Hump. I'm Jordan Freed. It's funny, I actually like streamed the first part of this to my burner account, so that was lost to the abyss. Nobody's gonna ever see the opening jokes I did. You guys are the only ones, and the surveillance cameras. That's the fun thing about coming here. You like realize that a stoner could set up the most elaborate surveillance scheme ever created, you know? It's like the anti-paranoia, like you get to watch the cameras at all times, so it's like, I'm stressed, and then you look at the camera and you're like, oh, it's fine, like, I see everything, like I'm chilling. I like to call it surveillance state TV. I think it's the future, you know? We're just gonna watch everybody just in their normal lives. There's gonna be like rooms that you could go to and just like be in the rooms, and people are gonna watch that live stream. Who knows? Maybe I'll create that. Have a good night, y'all. Thank you so much. You guys made my night. You guys fucking rock. Oh my god. You guys are like a sativa indica hybrid that I really did not actually get a hybrid. I just mixed the sativa and indica together like a little trail mix or something. But yeah, this was truly stupendous, you know? It's just a stupendous time to be alive. Hashtag alive. And if you're at home right now, I know you're watching the feed and you're like, when is he gonna talk us to sleep? I need to be talked to sleep. So here it is. Put me under your pillow, eat your last gummies. Hello! Welcome. We're gonna talk you to sleep right now. Alright, this person wants to be talked to sleep. Don't fall asleep though, because this is a very hard cement. That's the good thing about weed though. Like you're never gonna like drop from weed. You know, like that's like a slow burn. You're like, wow man, I feel it coming on. I spoke to 3 bong rips. Oh my gosh, this is really comfortable. Does somebody have a blanket? Oh, I love this. Oh my gosh, wait, I need tea. Oh, I have tea now. This is great. How did I end up underneath the blankets? Woo! And then all of a sudden you're in your bed, just like I told you you should be, because we're talking you to sleep. So put this in your pillowcase, like where you left your teeth from when you were like 11, and they're still there because you live with your parents. It's okay. It's totally cool to live with your parents because your parents are chill people. They made you. You're half of them. You know, I kind of think about that because my dad's a twin, so I'm also like half of his twin brother. And his twin brother's like the evil twin, you know? It's like made to just serve me a lesson. It's like, oh, like you could have the genes of your dad, or you could have the genes of his twin brother who went to jail and gets DUIs and gets into fights all the time. You know, that's the lesson in life. Like, pick your path, man. So I hope you guys are playing a choose your own adventure game in your sleep tonight, because you know, if you don't dream enough, you can't beam enough, and if you don't beam enough, you can't scheme enough, and if you don't scheme enough, you can't jump into a bowl of cream enough in your dream enough. So make sure that you have gotten very deep into your joint. You know, don't swallow the joint. You smoke that, sir. If you're deep into that, women would never do that. So that's why I said, sir. A man might eat a blunt if he was a little hungry, because I said earlier, you do get all of your like good amino acids, I think, from hemp seeds, right? Somebody fact check me. Holistic healers, please fact check. What does hemp have in it? All right, cool. We're getting a fact check off to the side from a holistic healer right now. All right. So if you're in bed right now, remember that you're very close to Christmas. You're very close to the New Year. I actually knew I was close to Christmas because I saw a pack of deer. I did not see just one deer. Like I saw the entire like sleigh of reindeer on the side of the road. You usually only see one or two, and they're coming from both sides trying to jump into your car and like hang out with you and listen to the radio because they love Christmas tunes. But like this time they were just hanging on the side, and I looked over and I was like, wow, you could live in very interesting parts of Jersey. You know, like you could literally live in like Hoboken looking at New York City, and you could live in the North Pole. That is like the dichotomy of Jersey. It is a very stupendous place. If you're sleeping though, you shouldn't go to New Jersey. Why would you go to New Jersey if you're sleeping? Just go to New Jersey when you're awake. It's a very small state. If you're awake, go to, if you're asleep, damn it, go to Brazil. Yeah, you should switch places with the people here. People in the dream world. That would be kind of fun. What part of Brazil do you guys live in? Where should they go into Brazil?
Brasilia.
The capital.
But that's not the place to go to.
No, unless you like architecture. But
what are the 3 or 4 places to go to?
wow, that's a good one.
Yeah. My opinion, first one, Salvador.
Okay.
Bahia is the most African city outside of Africa, like because of the immigration. And it's a very has a lot of drums concerts, like hundreds of drums, that type of things. It's very interesting.
Wow.
Let me see, one of my top places. I would say Ilha Grande. It's an island close to Rio de Janeiro, but it's like a Caribbean island in the coast of Brazil. Very nice, and no cars there, so you can only hike or walk or bike. So it's a very nice place to be.
I'm American though. I can't go to a place where how
you must walk, man. It's an island, very small.
No.
Boats, they are all boats.
No, I get super fucked up, so I have to walk places. But continue. I 2 more places. Wait, we'll switch over. Hand off.
Chapada dos Veadeiros.
explain.
It's pretty close to Brasilia, it's just about a 2 or 3 hour drive. And it's just beautiful, lots of waterfalls, and it's a place with many, it's not mountains because we don't really have proper mountains in Brazil, but it's look like. And lots of rivers, and it's just so beautiful. The vegetation is great. It's one of the main sources of water for the whole country, so it's just, yeah. It's
And they
really
also have lots of UFOs and a UFO airport. And UFO sightseeing. True. Lots of UFOs. And for people who like mushroom, that's the mushroom place. I've had mushrooms from there. Nice.
Oh wow.
And you get it raw on the nature. Like my brother is a specialist of getting raw mushrooms to get like cool.
Do you know the mushrooms, like, do they come from the aliens, or like, how,
I don't know.
is there a relationship? Like, we're all coming from mushrooms, right?
There are actually caves for aliens in Chapada dos Veadeiros.
Caves for
We're gonna have to talk about this later. Yeah, we have an alien guy over here too. Yeah, we'll talk to my friend over here a little bit later. So. Hopefully the aliens visit you guys in your dreams. If not, go to Brazil. Like, it's very rare that we get travel tips at Late Night Hump, but there are special guests, and this was our special guest. Yeah, travel tips from Brazil. I totally planned that, but no, wicked awesome travel tips. So if you're looking to go to a new place, I would say just get on like any public transportation, even if it's not public transportation. Like, jump into a car that's not public whatsoever. Like, jump into somebody's private car and like just see where it takes you. That's the best way to travel. In your dreams, I'm talking people to sleep. If you're in America, do not jump into a stranger's car. They probably have a gun. It's probably a safe bet. Yeah, somebody was joking earlier that people don't have guns in New Jersey, and I'm like, certain parts of Jersey people probably have guns, but yeah. Oh wow, but you're in your dreams. They don't have guns in dreams, because why would you have that? You have like pillows and stuff that you just like jump into. At least that's what my dreams are like. It's just like me jumping into pillows where like the whole time I just have like the feeling of a blowjob, like while I'm like inside like a massive container of pillows, but like the pillows are closing in on me, but they're all like very cold. They're cold. The cold side of the pillow is just on you in your dream. So hopefully your cold pillow is not the cold pizza that you left out on the counter and then forgot about. If you do have cold pizza on the counter, eat it. I ate all my pizza today. I went to Blaze Pizza today because I was Blaze Pizza. No, that was not sponsored by LeBron James's Pizza. Do not go to Blaze Pizza on this recommendation. Just decide for yourself. This is not an endorsement of Blaze Pizza in your dream. Just know that you can create any type of pizza in your dream. Like, Blaze is not the pizza of your dreams, because I'm not endorsed by them. They're the pizza of not your dreams. Do not go to Blaze Pizza, because I'm not endorsed by Blaze Pizza. The pizza was good, but do not go to them. They are very bad, but they're good. They make whatever pizza you want. They have vegan options. Yeah. I'm a vegan for health reasons, so I am an asshole. Yeah. I'm also trying to protect the planet a little bit, because I'm like, I want to live somewhere. Damn. I'm like, where's it gonna go? But yeah, the animals weren't enough, and I feel bad for that now. Now I kind of try to connect with animals. Now I'm like, I didn't understand you guys. Like, now I do. Like, I never had dogs or cats growing up. I just had like fish. You know, and like dogs and cats, they teach you compassion and like physical intimacy. They teach you how to love another thing. But like fish just teach you how to watch things. You know, they're not a pet. They're just a moving decoration. There's not a lot of friendship that comes from that. I think that's why I'm like very good on my own. I could not talk for hours and just be fine. I just enjoy fish. I had a brother. He was just cooler than me. He just had more friends than me. But in your dream, you have 800 brothers in your dream, and 800 sisters, and 800 grandparents. Yeah, it's a weird dream. It's just your siblings and your grandparents. So ask your siblings and your grandparents about their medical history in your dream. And then ask them if they have laser vision. And then once they tell you that they have laser vision, then like use their laser vision for cool shit like, I don't know, taking down terrorists or something. Nah, you don't have to take down terrorists. Well, if you could, would you? You would if you could, right? Good to know. Good to know we're in the company of people who, in your dreams, took down the terrorists. It has been Late Night Hump. I'm your host, Jordan Freed. Check us out at Late Night Hump everywhere. Kill all the terrorists in your dreams. Otherwise, have a great night. Smoke weed every single day of your life until God tells you to stop smoking weed every day of your life. Then I guess you move on to drinking coffee or something. Yeah, mushrooms. Coffee and mushrooms every day. Cool.